Hi, Divine Masculines. I was guided to pull this deck, The Gods and Titans by Stacey DeMarco and Jimmy Manton. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Really is phenomenal. So I'm going to start off with Divine Masculines reading right now, and we're going to see exactly what Spirit wants Divine Masculine to know today. If you want to look at the Divine Feminine's reading too, that is posted. Okay, with that being said, let's call upon Archangel Michael, Jophiel, Shamuel, Sandalphon, Metatron, Gabriel, Uriel, Michael, as well as the Ascendant Masters. I call upon the gods and goddesses to come through, and any collective ancestors for the highest vibrational light and good of the Divine Masculine energy. What needs to come out for Divine Masculine? What does Divine Masculine need to know right now? Thank you. Any more for Divine Masculine? Any more for Divine Masculine out of this deck? Archangels and Spirit Guides. Any more? Thank you. Wow, I was just praying. I was just literally praying to Shiva. Okay, so the three cards here, I'm going to intuitively read, but I'm going to scan the book too, just because I bought this deck probably 2 years ago. And it's a beautiful deck, but there's more information. So Typhon, Shiva, and Hermes has come out. Hermes. It depends on how you want to pronounce it. So anger and rage, destroyer, and communication. So what I'm totally feeling from this right off the bat is if you're withholding communication to your Divine Feminine, it's time to release the anger, okay? Because really it's destroying you, okay? It's destroying the whole connection. Or even if you don't want to, the anger and rage you have to really work on, because it can really cause problems with communications and it can destroy you. So let's see what some of the key words are, because I think it's important for this reading. I really do. So I hope you guys don't get annoyed with this, but I'm being guided to do this to help people. Okay, so Typhon, okay? Be aware of how you handle anger and rage, your own and that of others. Seeking an emotional balance leads to peace, okay? So Typhon is perhaps the most terrifying titans of the ancient Greece, is what it's saying here. And I'll read the shadow side. Typhon is the shadow side incarnate, a storm of rage, the kind that Typhon demonstrates in a fearsome thing to behold. We have seen all this kind of explosive anger demonstrated at some time, whether it has been road rage, yelling, crying, or even stomping around and slamming doors. One of the most disturbing things about this kind of rage is not only that it feels good and powerful because it's a release, but that it's hard to stop once started. And it's often physical too. No one needs to be the victim of this kind of rage. And if you are, you should seek assistance. So whether this is you, Divine Masculine, or you're receiving this from someone, this is a very important card to come out, okay, to you. So an affirmation would best be like, I release my fear and the need for unhealthy anger. Hopefully no one is putting their hands on you or doing this, and hopefully you're not doing this back to someone else. But this card first came out, so Spirit's really focusing on this and moving forward. So you might not even be a person that you would see as angry, but slamming a door or complaining under your breath or, you know, just holding it all in, even if you don't speak. People feel that. People feel that anger. And sometimes I notice people who have this type of stored anger inside them could be like a busybody. Like they'll end up working too much, overworking, but they're really not releasing the anger. Where you could, there's healthy ways of releasing anger. You can do it in demolition. You can yell. You can punch a punching bag. Go to the gym. These are better ways of releasing it. Or taking a walk in the forest. So Shiva, the destroyer. Let's see what this says. Okay. Destruction. Dance away any old beliefs that burden you. Defy and destroy what stands in your way to happiness and enlightenment. So, you know, if you are looking to move forward, you know, clearing this and communication is the key. So the shadow side, most of us have been caught up in the cycle of self-destruction at some time in our lives. May have been as harmless as a pattern of procrastination, or it may have been worse. Substance addiction or associating with people who are not good for us. Sometimes we allow too much destruction of the health of our bodies or even our physical environment. Pay attention to where in your life destructiveness may be playing its part, and destroy only that which is unneeded. So this talks about here being in unhealthy relationships, substance abuse, like any type of substance abuse, alcohol, drugs, pornography, whatever it is, being in a connection that you know that's toxic and that's, you know, triggering your anger is not healthy for you. Okay. I really feel that this is an important card. These are very important to come out. Like, it's just insane. So let's look at Hermes. Let's look at Hermes here. Let's see what this god has to say. The spotlight is on your communication skills. This is a time to develop your emotional intelligence and integrity. So let's check the shadow work for you, divine masculines. When we are great communicators and when we are great persuaders, it can be easy to convince others of our point of view. It is important to continually monitor our integrity with regards to what we communicate, lest we steal another's free will, clarity, or peace of mind. Gossip is also Hermes' domain. As common as it is, if rarely, if ever, serves just purpose. Communicating truthfully and without maliciousness is important, as Hermes will see your words are carried swiftly and effectively. So if you've been caught up in gossiping about someone who may be triggering you, or in this state of like a pattern or a cycle, it's not going to serve your purpose. And you know, I strongly say this. I really make sure before I even talk about someone that I make sure that I carefully choose my words now, because it's important, especially if I'm talking to someone. I get that we all have to vent, but when we keep talking about a person over and over, we're giving that person their power and drawing them back into our energy and setting ourselves up for destruction and triggering ourselves into anger and rage, which all of this does not serve the purpose of who we are and who we are divinely guided here, why we are divinely guided here on earth. So if you need to communicate to someone specifically, I recommend that you do so to help heal anything. And make sure you're careful with your words, because words are affirmations, okay? So let's see what Archangel Metatron has. What advice cards does Archangel Metatron have for the divine masculine energy collectively? Archangel Metatron, please show me the cards that divine masculine needs to hear collectively. What can I help them with? Thank you. Thank you. Any more cards, Archangel Metatron? Thank you. Nope, I'm stopping there. And the bottom of the deck is appreciation and healing. Okay, so the first one is timeout is needed, review and reflection. Okay, so I felt that some divine masculines could be working and working and working and actually not really focusing on what's going on. It's like a coke can being shooken up. They're not, healing their wounds. So taking a timeout is needed and then going with the flow. So, take time out to really reflect on what it is that needs to change. What is it that you need to get rid of, okay? Because this is important. Look at this, another one. Pause to receive. Okay, maybe you're working so hard that you're actually not seeing what the universe is trying to send to you. You're not seeing the messages. You're not healing yourself. So this all talks about healing. If you truly believe in divine masculines, if you can get a divine healer, someone who's a Reiki healer, sometimes you don't even need to just be careful. This person is honesty and good, like a good person. Like you don't want someone to go into your energy that you don't know. You can get a trance healing just lying in your bed while you're sleeping, and you don't even have to be near this person. It's absolutely therapeutic and it heals a lot. And the bottom here is relationships and harmony. So it looks like divine masculine that you've been really wanting to merge into a real love, a harmony. There's probably someone that you may have been thinking about. And this is someone who really captures your heart. Okay. With that communication coming in, maybe there was a pause that you've been going through, or a long pause of no communication, and Spirit is really guiding you to move forward. And appreciate the healing, like I said, is at the bottom of the deck. This is important. So let's get some spirit guide cards. What your spirit guides want to say to you? What would be the positive message to come through for divine masculines here? What would be the positive cards to come through for divine masculines? What are the messages from their guides collectively watching this reading? Collective messages, please. Thank you. Thank you. Any more cards? Thank you. Accept struggles as lessons. Okay, so if you're struggling right now, divine masculine, it's most likely you're mastering a karmic lesson, okay? And you just need to pause, observe, honor it, and go with the flow. So you need to understand, what is it that you're really learning here? Do you want to stay in a loop? Do you want to stay in a pattern? So choosing love over fear is imperative. And I know it's easier said than done. This is like if someone were to say this to me, I'm like, yeah, I already know. Okay, yeah. How do I get out of that fear? Healing, pausing, releasing, looking at an overview of your life, really taking down notes, what it is that's working for you, what it is not. If you're with a person that you're not particularly happy with, write down all the things that you dislike and write down all the things that you like about this person, okay? And look at them both, observe it. Give without expectation. Now, this is a big one for divine masculine collective. Okay, throughout my 3 years here of reading for the collective energy, I noticed that I get the Four of Pentacles, which is that strongly holding on to the income, the money. They have control over it. Sometimes divine masculine does not give just to give, like without an expectation. So giving just for the love of giving is such a wondrous feeling. And not expecting someone to give back will release negativity, because when you give and you expect someone to give back and they don't give back, then that angers you, that triggers you. So giving without the expectation is very important. Understanding your body. This is huge. Divine masculine energy, I can see whether male or female, will crucify themselves looking in the mirror. They will dissect every single part of their body by what they're seeing in the mirror, whether it's not being big enough, not having enough tone, any weight or muscle or loss, or, you know, I'm too short, I'm too tall, I'm bald, I'm this, I'm that, whatever it is. You know, this dissection is really creating negative affirmations and understanding and loving yourself for who you are. If you are not happy with your body, then you need to find the courage to work on your body. And if you don't want to work on your body, then you need to accept your body for what it is. Okay? Like I said, accepting the struggles as lessons is making sure you get out of that karmic loop, okay, divine masculines? So let's get a couple more decks and close this reading, because I don't know how many divine masculines are going to watch this. Most likely be feminines. So let's see. Hopefully I reach, you know, if you have the courage to, please comment down below if you're a divine masculine, especially if you're a man divine masculine. I would love it if you commented under and let me know if I helped you at all. Okay, that I'm really curious, because I'm not here for all the likes and subscriptions. It would be nice, but I'm here to really help heal. That's my purpose. Okay, so what does divine masculine expect? What are the positive events to come forward for divine masculine archangels? Thank you. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Any more cards from here? 4. Thank you. And the bottom of the deck here is the Knight of Wands. So you're either already or becoming fearless. Get ready for some action. Adventure in the near future. That's good. Overcoming fear. Okay, so choose love over fear. Due to your own actions of forgiveness, you will start recovering in any possible issues very quickly. So the 3 of Swords in the tarot deck is that heart that has 3 swords. So if you in the past may have hurt divine feminine or someone through being stabbed in the back or stabbed in the heart, whether it's you or them, forgiving is starting to heal all the possible issues that could be hindering you, okay? Number 14, Temperance. There is balance and harmony coming through to you because of your great patience. You will be rewarded for your effort. Spirit hears your prayers and wishes. So if you've been praying divine masculine, that's fantastic, because it's important to always pray, because you are going to receive your wishes, especially if you're releasing. Then we have the 5 of Wands. You are about to complete something that may have felt dragged out before. And yeah, and that's where I say in a relationship, you may be triggered, you know, you may be at the point where you're going to release this relationship that no longer serves you, or even a job. 16, the Tower. So, you know, as things fall apart, things fall into place right at your feet. Things are about to be just how you wanted them or always imagined. You may end up being able to break through someone's ego and stubbornness. That's a beautiful card to come through, okay? So, you know, if there's a communication that you need to do, and you think this person is ego or stubborn, or if this reflects you, then you are about to break through this ego of being stubborn, because stubbornness is ego. Whether you want to know it or not, it is ego. And that being said is beautiful, these cards. Okay, so let's see what your dark truth is to your divine feminine. If you're truly a divine masculine here, we will end this. It could be a divine counterpart. You could be a soulmate. It doesn't matter. My readings are for you. Let's see what... Actually, we'll get this and I'll pull tarot and that's it. So what does divine masculine's dark truth here? What do we need to see? What do they need to hear the most and see the most from this deck? Archangel Metatron and Gabriel. What needs to come out of this deck? Thank you. Okay, what needs to be seen? Too many. What needs to be seen from this deck? Thank you. Bottom of the deck. I've grown up since our last encounter. I've been working on myself and I'm becoming someone you can be proud of. Okay, so accepting the struggles as lessons, owning up. So this is huge. So Divine Masculine has been owning up to exactly what they need to. So while you've been apart from your Divine Feminine, you've learned who you are and you've really changed. And you probably want your Divine Feminine to really know that they can count on you to do the right thing. Okay? And during this journey, you're probably seeking answers. So you are constantly thinking of your Divine Feminine, pulled in that direction. Like the synchronicities, you may see their name, faces. It's just like you're so magnetic. Your Divine Feminine is so magnetic. You can't stay away from them any longer. And that may scare you more than anything because of that power of like, why is this happening? But don't be frightened because this is the power of Divine Feminine and Masculine. This is a twin flame. This is the other half of your soul. You may have ran off, but you may have stopped running and stopped to turn it back around and be like, wow, what happened here? And you may be a chaser. Viewing your Divine Feminine, looking at them, wanting to be back with them, fantasizing. So this is fine. So, you're probably trying to understand what the twin flame connection is, or even why you constantly think of your person. Okay? But truthfully, you want your person to forgive you. So you may have felt or still feel physically sick when you think about how much pain and suffering you caused your Divine Feminine. Okay, you may feel really bad for treating someone who truly cared about you that way. And you know it was wrong. And you know that they didn't deserve it. You just want them to forgive you. And, and so they will. Divine Feminine is most likely already forgiven you, and you don't even realize that they've forgiven you because you have to stop, pause, pay attention, and go with the flow and accept the struggles as lessons. Okay, guys? So let's see moving forward with Divine Masculine learning, if they clear out what no longer serves them, what will be their future moving forward in the next 2 months with these tarot cards. Thank you. Too many. Boom, 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 and boom. Any more? Thank you. Lots of fives coming out, guys. Lots of fives. Lots of fours and fives. Wow. Wow. I'm going to take the bottom here because I don't think that was, it's too many. Any more cards? Wow. Wow. Any more cards? Last card. Any more? Thank you. Two of air is trying to come out. The sun. I'm putting 4. I'm seeing the 4 of water. Any more come out for Divine Masculine. Moving forward. Thank you. Okay, bottom of the deck, release. So endings, transformation, freedom. You are definitely, that's a Tower coming out twice for you guys. Just looking at your cards and really, so the 5 of fire is coming out, the 4 of fire, and the 4 of air is your first 3 cards. So you could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, strong fire here, Scorpio as well. Could be dealing with that. You now realize that your conflicts are going to be a part of the past, okay? As your annoyances, the competition you have, you're tired of it and you're moving forward, okay? You're content to move forward, to win. You're going to kick out that person. Maybe that's even in your house. You're going to release. You're just going to kick them out because you're tired of it. Four of air, okay? You're gone into some meditation and recuperation here, and you're contemplating and determined on your next move. So this is fire again, Queen of Fire. It doesn't have to be. So there may be someone who you find super attractive, or your divine feminine could have fire in their chart. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But you're definitely looking at, thinking about this person here, and justice, you know. The law of the karma is coming out for you. So you may have learned a really big, powerful karmic lesson. You may have mastered it with learning through this experience. It may have brought you into this state of regret and disappointment, because it's almost like you were able to realize what happened in your life, okay? The Four of Earth is coming out. I did talk about this, I said Four of Pentacles, where divine masculine's holding on to that money. So the frugalness and control needs to be released, okay? In order for you to move on, that needs to be let go. Like, you can't control everything because the universe is trying to help you. So the Six of Hair means you're moving away from a person that you could be tied financially to, okay? You could be moving forward to someone who's extremely talented here. And once you do, the Eight of Air, you'll no longer be stuck, blinded, or confined, okay? All the self-doubt, the confusion will actually be free. You will be your own self again and be able to come forward to romantically give the person who you really want to, which is most like your divine feminine, an emotional support, okay? And with that being said, you've made your decision, okay? Your introspection, your self-discovery, your mentorship, everything that you learned is now coming out, and you know that it needs to be released no matter what to move forward. Look at this under here is awakening. Okay, so that's, you may pause before you go forward, okay? The person you could be dealing with could have had like a strong negative aspects in their chart where they're negative and they want your money. Depends on what it is, guys. Let's see what your sacred karmic work, sacred karmic shadow work is, and we'll close this up. What is divine masculine really needing to release here? What type of person? What characteristics? What do we need to know? Confrontational. So that's going back to the beginning card, the Titan card. Anger, being triggered, having that anger and rage. You have to make sure you really hold your ground but not be confrontational, okay? Maybe the person is not even like trying to be like, what was me, Aloof is a really hard one to, they could be a disloyal, oh, I didn't do anything, nonchalant, okay? They may worry a lot anymore, or you may worry a lot. The last card is reckless, okay? Just be careful, guys. Again, with that anger and rage, it doesn't get reckless, okay? Because that's going to bring in a big tower moment. So, Divine Masculine, I hope this was a good reading for you. I'm sending you a large amount of love and light. Let me know if you resonated with it. Take care.